Hello, it's Nia Nevsky with Worship Piano Tutorials, and today I want to show you how to play the song Starts and Ends by Hillsong. So here's the introduction for you, and then I'm going to go through all the details. All right. Then you go into the verse 1. So again, the introduction, it looks probably kind of overwhelming for a lot of you, so I'm going to start with the left hand. What you're doing with your left hand is playing the flowy style of B minor, and you can even either play the 1-5-1, or you can sometimes play 1-3-5-1. If this is like such a new concept for you, I do have a lesson on the flowy style, which kind of gives you a lot of practice for your left hand. Anyway, so you got that B minor, then you have a D and a G. So those three chords are the only thing you'll be playing. And then with your right hand, you're going to be playing the first and third of B minor. So you're doing first and third of B, and then A, B, D. And then you have E, F sharp, E, D, E, D, B. And then again, you have your first and third of B. Again, that's the second time around you're doing the, it starts off the same way as the first time, except it ends a little differently. You ended off with that F sharp. And then that third time, it looks like this. Again. So you're holding the D with your thumb and you're playing F sharp, A, B. A, F sharp, A, E, D, E, D, B. And the fourth time, you're just playing really simple. So it's just kind of. So again, there's 4 stages to it the first time. Stage 2. And then stage 3. Stage 4. Putting it all together. And you go into the verse. So again, you know, the instrumental is definitely some work, but it's so worth it because it's so beautiful. One tip though that I'll give is think about the chord D. And when you're looking at the chord of D, either it looks like this, or if it's inverted, That really helps me with this introduction for some reason, because just knowing to keep my fingers on that D chord and, you know, fill in some keys in between, but it's around that D. And that just helps me. That just really helps me place my hand right there and just think about that. So if that helps you, you're welcome. All right, so going to verse 1, you're going to start with B minor. My soul thirsts for, and then you're going to go into D, which you can play the original D or the inverted D. Things I can't explain. Then you go into a B minor. My bones unbeckoning. Got the D here. To pray. Again, I'm playing a D and G inverted here as well, but you could play the original G too. Pray. If my heart is a battleground, my defense is D. Run both ways. G. The flesh is a beggar. So you can play your E minor on top or at the bottom here. I don't like those high keys just yet, so I'm playing it lower here. And there is a spirit man. This is a G. Awakening me. So you ended off with a B minor and going straight into the instrumental again. Awakening me. Again, you're repeating the same exact thing as in verse 1. You're doing the B minor, D, G. The same thing. The only challenging part, honestly, of this verse is getting that rhythm down, because it changes every line practically. You got your, like, there's things I can't explain. Pretty simple. No, 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 no. And then you have to step right in. No, 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 no. You kind of hold it out. Na, 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 na. Also holding it up. Na, 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 na. So just that end, I feel like the rhythm kind of, not the rhythm, but like the whole entire way the song is sort of changes at every line, especially for a vocalist. I think it's pretty complicated. But again, it's beautiful. The words are just wow. So at the end of verse 2, you go into, there is a shepherd, a priest, there is a comforter. This is a G. Who comforts me. You go straight into the refrain. You actually don't have to play it through. You just do the D and you go to F sharp, A, E. And my soul finds rest where it makes no sense. My blood sets me free. Again, you can tell that how hard it is for me to like step into that third line, just because I'm getting used to that space between the lines, but that third line comes so unexpectedly. Anyway, so you see how I did that? You got your D chord right after. Comforts me. In my soul. got that pause where it makes no sense. I figured it's better to play the G chord, makes no sense, and then continue with this, because the F sharp, to me, it almost interferes with the vocalist. So for example, like from my soul finds rest. See, it doesn't like fit quite right, like to me. But then again, if the vocalist is super loud and the music is a little quiet, it sounds fine. Same with the G. So where it makes no sense. You can also include it, but again, I chose not to because I'm singing. So same thing. You're just adding this during all the refrains. It's kind of like a nice little solo. And then right after the G, the vocalist steps into that third line. So, where it makes no sense, there the blood, it sets me free. Twice. And my old regrets, all my brokenness, my failures redeemed. So notice with every refrain you're getting a little louder. I think for refrain 1 you actually can play even quieter than the way I did. So you could do like, my soul finds rest where it makes no sense. Oh, there it is. I forgot the third line. Where the blood sets me free. All my old regrets, all my brokenness, failures redeemed. You can put in a little more bass, and it feels like grace. Whoa. Where I set my shame across that for me. So notice my left hand is definitely building up. You can do the flowy style much louder, holding that sustain pedal. So, all the things I've done, all the times I've run, all my dead ends redeemed. So notice our volume is very different, and it looks like home, where my heart was broke, and this heart broke for me. Lay your burdens down upon him. And it like really quickly turns into a total different feel of the song. So again, the 5 refrains, you saw how I built up. So you gradually increase more bass. Obviously, if you have a bass player, you don't need to worry about the bass as much. But if you're just on your own, you know, you do. And then you go into the bridge, and it's just so beautiful. You have the G and then the A at first. I wouldn't put in the D right away just because it kind of disrupts that silence. So the G. Lay your burdens down upon him, down upon him. Lay your burdens down. Again, G. Lay your burden down G, lay your D, burden down, A, down upon G, lay your burden down, lay your burden down upon him, lay your burden down. So if you're just playing piano, you do want to build up and make it really nice and loud. And then when you end it off with burden down, Jesus my rest, in peace, my reconciler, you're my every good thing. I surrender all, and I'm living for you're my every good thing. So just like we did the refrains at the beginning, they're sort of coming back, but the way that you start it is with that E minor. So Jesus my rest, in peace, and then you go into the G as usual. So instead of playing that A, you play the E minor. In peace, my reconciler, you're my every good thing. I'm sure you're used to this refrain part, and then there is a lot more of them. So there's refrain 7, 8, 9. The last one though is really quiet, so it's like you're my, can't explain, first and last refrain, you're my every good thing. Anyway, you can end it as whatever you want. But anyway, that's the full tutorial, and I will see you in the entire song cover so that after you learn out all the details, you can play together with me. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye.